You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Friday, October 3rd, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo, and here is what's happening. Sean Diddy Combs has been sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in federal prison on prostitution charges, along with a $500,000 fine and 5 years supervised release. He was acquitted of more serious sex trafficking and racketeering charges, but will remain behind bars with credit for time served. More news now. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police are asking for the public's help in finding a missing person. Haley Grabby reports.
A man has been reported missing in Las Vegas. He is 42-year-old Oscar Garcia. He was last seen near the 3700 block of Tranquil Canyon Court. Garcia is described as 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 160 pounds. He has brown eyes and black hair. He is Hispanic. At the time of him going missing, he was wearing a white Psycho Bunny shirt, blue jeans, and brown shoes. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you are urged to contact Las Vegas Metropolitan Police at 702-828-3111. You can also reach the missing persons detail during business hours at 702-828-2907.
Thank you, Haley. All right, we were down out in the community today, a great networking event, and I, along with the whole News 25 crew, spoke with the chair of the Nye County Republican Committee, and he shared his thoughts, reaction to the government shutdown and how it is affecting Nevada. Chris Palermo, and we are down here at Dad's Diner with Leo Blondo, who is the chair of the Nye County Republican Commission. Leo, thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you. Good to be here.
Well, thank you. We just had a great networking event. We'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. But specifically, Leo, I want to ask you about what the effects are on the government shutdown, the government closing. Specifically in Nevada, we have 22,000 federal employees. 10,000 of those employees, roughly, work at Lake Mean. How is it impacting people here in Nevada, Nye County?
So, you have these folks, and look, it's unfortunate that they're furloughed at this time. And when the government reopens, they'll be compensated. But I really ask myself, and I would invite the public to ask themselves, what services are you really lacking right now? Because I went for a drive, beautiful, roads are open, businesses are open, your local government's open, things are open. So I think it reinforces what Doge was doing. I think it reinforces what the Trump administration is ultimately focused on, which is, cutting the federal bloat, the deep swamp, and I can appreciate that. On the Lake Mead issue, well, we have our own water, and I think we're doing just fine out here. So we got to manage our water resources here. Otherwise, we're going to end up like a situation just like Lake Mead in Las Vegas, and they got to sort that one out. Mm-hmm.
The parks are still accessible with this shutdown, okay?
Yes.
Now, in Nye County, like you said, we got to watch out what's going on with the water. The government here, locally, you can go still pay your bills and what you need to do. We don't want to panic the people.
No, we don't want to panic anybody. Believe me, the local government's still going to collect their taxes. They're still open for business. The parks, interesting thing you brought up there. So under previous administrations, the Obama administration, they shut down the parks. You could not go lock and key.
Oh, right.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So interesting fun fact.
During the pandemic, too.
Yeah, under the pandemic, too, because, the space and the distance, I guess it was counterintuitive. I don't know, I got confused, Under the Trump administration, they've been open. And what I've seen, actually, just, I've been online, I notice people volunteer, clean the trash, and do the things that some of these, quote, and I don't want to, please don't take the wrong connotation, they're deemed non-essential workers at this time. But it's amazing what just average, everyday Americans, citizens, are willing to pick up the slack for. They go there, they're dumping the trash, and they're picking it up, and they're keeping the national parks clean. So I think that's just a testament to the American dream, the American people. There's a vibrant will in the American citizens. So okay. Don't forget about that.
Right, and let's end it with this. So the TSA, they're saying some of these brave men and women are working for free.
Well, free, again, if they have been affected by the shutdown, the government shutdown, they are furloughed and they are working right now. I guess free is not the right way. They will be compensated when the government reopens. So I believe, don't quote me here, but I would have to imagine if they're behind on their mortgage or anything like that, those companies will work with them because they are federal workers, et cetera, et cetera. They're just not left out hanging out to dry. But one other thing with TSA, and I'm happy that this change was made, you don't have to take the shoes off when you go to the airport. I think that's a great thing, step in the right direction. They're trying to readdress the liquids there. I mean, those are all steps in the right direction.
Finally, big news, you introduced the pulled pork sandwich today.
Yes, sir. Beautiful pulled pork sandwich here at the restaurant. So if you'd like to come down and try it, it's off the chain. So we have beautiful smash burger. It's what we're known for. We're just trying different things. Come on down. We'd love to see you.
Leo Blando, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Ciao, Chris.
Okay, also at Dad's Diner in Pahrump today, we met with a local businessman who is in the region, hoping to connect other businesses with each other via weekly networking events. He's the Pahrump problem solver. Chris Palermo, News 25, and I'm here with David Kohlmeyer, and I want to introduce him as a networking extraordinaire. Welcome, David.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Tell us about the networking events you do. We're down here at Leo Blando's Dad's Diner. What went on today?
So I've been involved in a lot of networking groups, and we started about 5 months ago called the Pahrump Referral Network, which is basically monthly. The first Wednesday, we have people here at 11:30 to 12:30. And we have different business owners trying to increase business and community and support locally here for people. So if anyone wants to come out, the goal is to basically meet people and do business together in an awesome setting like this.
Now, please let people, I'm not going to warn them, but we're all here. They can't be shy.
Yes, you cannot be shy. You got to get up. You got to speak a little bit, which is good. You got to push yourself a little bit to meet people and share if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, what exactly you do, what do you do in the community, how you help people, and then what type of referrals that you're looking for in regards to business, because we are trying to expand business, trying to expand, the sales for different local businesses here that are local in order for them to basically succeed.
So tell me, what is your background? Someone doesn't know you at all. And again, you told us a little bit about your mission. What's the mission?
The mission's all about helping people in general. I'm known as the problem solver. I was actually a police officer for 17 years in Henderson and also New York City. So in Las Vegas, I'm known as the problem solver. We just recently started, as of this week, I'm known as the Pahrump problem solver, since I'm in Pahrump all the time, helping people with any type of problem whatsoever.
So what is your interest in real estate?
In regards to real estate, my wife happens to be a local realtor in Pahrump and in Las Vegas, helping people in general. If people are distressed and they're looking to sell right away, we have basically a program to help people. But if you're looking for top dollar and you have some time, then my wife, Camilla Kohlmeyer, can help basically get the most amount of money possible, for your home by using some different strategies that are a little bit unusual and different to get the most for your money if you're looking to basically sell your home.
So it sounds like literally a marriage made in heaven between your networking, the real estate growing by leaps and bounds. You want to put people together?
Absolutely. Networking together, putting people together, helping people with any type of problem that they have. Again, as a retired police officer, tons of resources, tons of local business owners, television as well, radio, whatever we could do to help people, basically connecting them, networking. And again, real estate happens to be a big part of Pahrump right now, where people are moving. You got all these cars that are coming in from California, even from Las Vegas. So there's a lot of expansion with business and real estate. So if I can help as the Pahrump problem solver, or my wife, Camilla, we want to basically go above and beyond to help anyone in the local Pahrump community.
All right, people watching and listening, contact info.
I can be reached 702-999-1111 or 775-JUSTICE, which is another number. My wife could actually be reached. Her name is Camilla, which is Kamelia. She can be reached at 775-Camilla. So those are some local numbers again. But an easy number is 702-999-1111.
But there is a Pahrump involved website. What's that?
So PaHrumpProblemSolver.com is basically new this week. Basically, any person that has any type of problem can go to PaHrumpProblemSolver.com. They can put in their problem, then either myself or another problem solver in Pahrump can help out.
Okay, David, thanks so much for coming on News 25.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Well, the Las Vegas Aces are in the WNBA Finals. Sports coming up in weather forecast. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. On Friday night, it's Las Vegas Aces in the WNBA Finals. O'clock. Michael, it's his name, Mikey Ruhan, has that and more in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aces are back in familiar territory, the WNBA Finals, because apparently they just live there now. They'll host Game 1 tonight at Michelob Ultra Arena, where they face the Phoenix Mercury. Tip-off just happened at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, Asia Wilson, who's won more MVPs than most people win raffles, is gracing the cover of Women's Health Magazine Fall 2025 edition. She's sharing the spotlight with her legendary college coach, Dawn Staley. The feature dives into Wilson's wellness routine, winning mindset, and how to maintain MVP energy without chugging 5 espresso shots. In Thursday's MLB wildcard action, the Tigers tamed the Guardians, Cubs over the Padres, because apparently hibernation season starts after October, and the Yankees shut out the Red Sox 4-0. Definitely ruined a few tea parties in Boston. Now that the wild card wrapped up, the MLB playoff schedule looks like this. Coming up Saturday, Cubs versus Brewers. Yankees take on the Blue Jays. Dodgers go against the Phillies. And Tigers and the Mariners square off later that evening. Over in high school football, the Pahrump Valley Trojans are rolling out the welcome mat and maybe a few tackles for Democracy Prep tonight. And finally, the Raiders are hitting the road this Sunday to face the Colts in Indianapolis. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
All right, thanks, Mikey. We're into that big season of sports now. And, well, boy band fans are uniting once again in Las Vegas. This time is for the guys from the pop and ballad legends, All For One. You may remember them. Well, they took the stage at Silverton Casino last week for a downright hit fest. News 25 was there to feel the love.
Fans were treated to an unforgettable evening at the Vail Pavilion inside Silverton Casino on Friday, September 26th. Grammy Award-winning R&B group All For One performed to a packed house. The show began at 8 p.m. and featured a high-energy lineup of the group's greatest hits and fan favorites. The audience sang along to classics like I Swear and So Much in Love. All For One showcased their vocal range, with Someday featured in the Disney's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Their signature harmonies and polished performance proved why All For One remains a must-see act, even 3 decades into their career. What truly set the night apart was the group's connection with their fans. After the concert, All For One hosted a complimentary meet and greet. They spent more than an hour signing autographs, taking photos, and personally thanking the audience, all included in the $60 ticket price. The combination of world-class entertainment, genuine fan appreciation, and the Silverton Casino's top-notch hospitality made this a night to remember. Together, All For One and the Silverton team delivered a phenomenal experience that fans won't soon forget. Also at the Silverton, the Nightmare in Vegas attraction is now underway. For details on this and other upcoming events, visit silvertoncasino.com.
Oh boy, those guys look like they put on a good show. Coming up, well, Mikey's going to tell us what's coming up on Classic Country Breakfast and your all-important weekend weather forecast. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Well, here's Mikey again now to tell us what's coming up on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio and streaming on 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
Howdy, why did the chicken cross the road? To download the Ace Country Radio app, you can too. It's free. Download it today. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast. Celebrating the past week of birthdays, September 29th, 1907, Orvin Grover Autry, better known as Gene Autry, was born, known as the Singing Cowboy. We'll pay tribute to him. Also born on September 29th, 1910, Bill Boyd. We'll pay tribute to him. One more September 29th, the killer himself, Jerry Lee Lewis. Now scooting on up to October 2nd, 1928, DeFord Bailey. And as we look back, we also look around us because country music is more than a genre. It's a family. Coming up, we'll share a heartfelt tribute to Richard Sturban, the deep, unmistakable voice of the Oak Ridge Boys, who recently shared his diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. I had the privilege of speaking with him back in May, and we'll play that. Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio, streaming at channel 25.8, and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Lerner and Rowe, Weather Cam, and the beautiful horses are at it again. Please give them their space here in Pahrump. And we've had a lot of wind today, and I'll let you know if it'll stick around. We've got a cornhole tournament at the Lakeview Golf Course tomorrow. You don't want your bean bags blowing all over the place.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Welcome back to News 25. This is Chris Palermo giving you the weather forecast from the anchor desk here. And it was 62 degrees in Fernley today. Fallon hit 63. Carson City and Tonopah, lows in the 40s. Whoa, 59 for high Carson City. Tonopah hit 51. Mining, 52 degrees in Goldfield. Beatty wasn't 80. It was 76 degrees. Hermosa, 82, 83 in Las Vegas. Well, Death Valley, respectable, 92 degrees. And our sun rose this morning, 6:41 a.m. and 19% humidity today. Winds out of the south-southwest tonight, 20 miles an hour. 79 degrees today in the region in Pahrump. And tonight your sun is going to set, well, just about 6:24 p.m. 43% humidity. We have winds out of the north-northwest, 11 miles an hour. Low 54 degrees. Your forecast, this is looking pretty good like this. 79 tomorrow, sunny. Sunday, sunny 82. Monday, 84. Sunny Tuesday, lots of sun again, 87. Wednesday, 88. And Thursday, 88. Next Friday, 85. We've got lows tonight, 53. And pretty much the upper 50s and 60s for the lows. So it's looking pretty good, especially now this weekend. It's happening tonight at midnight. You can line up starting at midnight at the Pahrump High School campus. It's RAMP, Remote Area Medical. Free medical service, no questions asked, no IDs, no insurance needed. You can get down there and get some free medical care. From all of us here this week, News 25, Chris Palermo, make it a great weekend.